Evening all, Chief Prepper here. So, been thinking about something, and there's two things about this particular thing that's going to be an issue. Everybody in the South says they love the warmth. Well, many of them do. I fucking hate it. So, I went on a walk this morning. I was very uncomfortable. My dogs were way more uncomfortable, so I had to stop and take them back to the truck, crank up the truck, put the AC on high, give them some water, lock up the truck, left it idling. They were fine. I did the right thing, but what happens if these predictions of blackouts this summer actually happen? Most of the motherfuckers in the South are fat. Moderately obese, mildly obese, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'm 20 or 30 pounds too heavy. I haven't been on a scale in a couple of weeks. Been running around 233. So when I left the Army, they said I could be 206. I should be up to around 210 right now as an allowance. But anyway, so what happens? Most of America does not have backup power. And if they do, they don't have it to where they can run an air conditioner. And if they do, they don't have enough fuel to make it through the summer. That doesn't count keeping your refrigerators and your freezers cold so you can have food, so you're not only eating canned goods and dried goods, assuming you can get them. Because if the power goes out for an extended period of time, like a while, and it goes out in a region, like say west of the Mississippi from the western side of Texas all the way up, there's not going to be much help. So let's talk about another perception. Everyone's worried about World War III. They're worried about China. They're worried about Russia. They're worried about the U.S. So, what if World War III is not that? What if this citizen vigilante sparks a fever that spreads? And what if it's between, well, we won't call it that. We'll call it, what if it's the Second Crusades? I haven't really, it kind of dawned on me today that, you know, we've been, the Western society, Christian society, Western Christian societies have been invaded by a certain group of people, and they are intolerant of people who aren't like them. And what if people, since the governments aren't doing their job and they're encouraging more and more of them people to come in, what if that's the war? And I guarantee you citizen vigilante is it's probably gonna cause some issues, because there's so many people that are so fed up with shit, you know, and that's just one aspect of it, you know. What if it brings on more pain and suffering? Because here's the thing, the government doesn't have enough cops to do anything if it's really large scale. Because if they surge a bunch of police from one area to one area, then the area that those police came from is unprotected. So I know this for a fact. The bad guys outnumber the police, the entire Department of Justice, 1,000 to 1. And they're too stupid to realize that. Because if there was chaos and anarchy, the warlords, the gang kings, they would control everything. The government might be able to close up some shit and control pockets, but they can't control things. So think about that. And there's so much information out there, and I've said this before. You have to listen to it. You have to cherry pick it. There are channels that I used to listen to that I don't listen to anymore. I see the headline, I just, I ain't listening to that. And if you haven't noticed, every weekend there's going to be a peace deal, and then after the fucking stock exchange closes, then they go to fucking shooting at each other. You know, I don't think this oil crisis that is happening is going to go away. I think it's going to slap America in the face. And that's another thing. How many people have gas on hand? Because again, how many people can go? Statistics say most people don't have enough food to last 3 days in their house. And then if you do, you got neighbors. And then what the fuck do you do about the neighbors banging on your door saying they're fucking hungry? There's a lot of problems in the world. There's a lot of fucking, like, golly, you know. But think about the blackouts that they're still talking about. And depending on who you listen to, we're 2 to 14 weeks away from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve being down to its bottom. So this has gone on long enough. Information is knowledge and power. Live a little, prep a lot, share love. Chief Prepper out.